Rattlesnake Hammock Road, and the following communities under a mandatory evacuation order here. No choice. You should be out of these communities right now if you're watching this. The Naples Club RV Park, it's a fairly sizable one. Panther Walk, Forest Glen, and the Horse Stables right along Newman Road, and we've got that phone number there for you to let you know you can call at any time if you have any questions. Emergency shelters are now open at Golden Gate Community Center and Eagle Lakes Park.
That's right, and we of course have complete team coverage tonight. Our chief meteorologist Derek Beasley, he is tracking the winds that are fueling these flames, and Carl Fortier is monitoring the evacuations across Southwest Florida tonight.
But we want to start in that bottom right-hand box with 4 in the corners. Adam Pinsker, he is live right now along 75, right at the toll plaza where you get on and off Alligator Alley, but not a lot of traffic right now. Adam?
Good evening, Patrick and Amy. I am along I-75 just east of the Golden Gate Toll Plaza. And just as the last time we talked to you, we had a big flare up behind me. I'm going to step out of the shot and show you. Just start with that palmetto tree right there that just caught on fire as we were off the air before, as well as some more underbrush. There's flames coming up from down there, even further down the interstate, which is closed. As you can imagine, firefighters trying with all their might to put a dent into this massive fire that's grown to almost 4,000 acres now since Sunday. And you really can't see past the interstate because the smoke is so thick. It just a little while ago changed directions and blew right toward us. I was talking to somebody earlier who said that they saw some embers jump this canal a little while ago. And actually right over to my right, you're gonna see another flare up. I don't know if Kirk can reach it, but you see the massive flame coming out of the bushes there. That's right along the interstate, along the eastbound lanes of I-75. This, again, is the same fire we've been reporting on since Sunday. It's being called the Lee Williams Road Fire, or the Picayune Strand Fire. And it is being fueled. There's some more flames right there. You can hear them now. Popping up, crackling, taking out one of those trees. This is what happens when the wind just keeps blowing and gusting this way. It is not helping firefighters out at all. Those flames are the highest I've seen them since I've been out here today. And that is what they're dealing with, and that is why homes back there are a few homes back there, are in jeopardy because of these flames. That is off of Beck Boulevard on the other side of the interstate from where we are. We're on City Gate, and there's some more flames. Now, I don't know if this is controlled or as a result of the winds, but this is as bad as it's been this afternoon. So we will leave you here for now. I'm going to step back into the shot and just let you know we're along I-75 in between City Gate and I-75 on this canal. The interstate's closed and will be for quite some time. We'll keep you updated from this point later on tonight. We're live in Collier County. Adam Pinsker, Fox 4, in your corner.
So amazing when we look at that palm tree there, right just to the left behind your head, Adam. Literally, like 60 seconds ago, maybe 90 seconds ago. Let's see if we can get a picture of that, a closer shot. We showed that to our viewers not that long ago, and there was just a little bit of flame in that tree that you see there. Now, look at all of that. The flames, as you just saw, they looked like they were, what, some 12, 15 feet up into the air. It's amazing to see how quickly this moves, and this paints the picture of the difficulty that firefighters have. These flames, they burst up, the wind fuels them, and look at that, all of those trees catching fire.
And this is such a rare opportunity in live coverage, and just go with us here because we know that you can hear some sounds coming through Adam's microphone, right? He's communicating back with the station, but we've got this incredible live picture, and it's so rare for us to be able to show it to you as it's happening. Usually brush fires are one of two things. You kind of see it in the beginning, then we're kept super way back, and then you see at the end all these burnt out trees and a lot of gray. So a rare opportunity here to see how this brush fire spreads so quickly. It doesn't look like a ton of flames, but this is all it takes to go from tree to tree. These sable palm trees are these palmettos are so dry right now, and then you just see that smoke come in.
Wow.
So all right, so imagine these firefighters, right? Where are the flames? How can you even see it through that smoke? They've got to be so very careful in approaching these flames. They're keeping their distance. You see this fence in the foreground. That's not going to make any difference in holding anything back. And you see plenty of tinder behind it, right? All of those slash pine trees, which are again designed to burn very well. Those lower branches, super dry, designed to burn off as that fire makes its way through. So as they try to get a handle on one spot, it's kind of like whack-a-mole. You see something else pop up, and this is something they're very cautious about as they try to get these flames under control. Once again, a live look here on Fox 4 News at 6. This is the toll plaza at Golden Gate, right at the entrance entrance or exit, depending on which area of Alligator Alley you're going to. And we're going to continue to monitor the situation as we zoom out and show you how heavy the smoke is along the horizon. And you can see some of these folks right along the
look, there's more
canal
flames.
who are doing the same thing, holding back, hoping that they're going to be able to use some of that water. And those flames just not giving up. And this is what we found throughout the afternoon.
You've probably said it yourself a million times throughout your life, you know, oh, the picture doesn't do it justice. When you're there live seeing this, I mean, obviously these are amazing images that we're able to bring you right now. But like Patrick said just a few minutes ago, you see those plumes of smoke coming through, and you can imagine how difficult. Look at this chopper right now. These choppers, see that kind of like bucket thing that it's carrying there? It's attached to the helicopter, and it goes down to nearby lakes or bodies of water in the community. We have lots of them all across Collier County. Dips that in, picks up the water, and then it goes and drops it on. I mean, it's a large bucket, but it's nothing against all of these flames. 6,000 acres that these firefighters, and look at that, gone. You can still kind of make out the helicopter.
The silhouette. But you can imagine, look at the challenge. You talk about visibility. Now we know why a big section of 75 is closed, because the visibility is just impossible for drivers. But imagine being behind the controls in this chopper trying to dump this water, pick up the water first of all, and then dump it in a really strategic way, right? They're trying to go for the very hottest hot spots. They can't just do this blanket the whole way through. They've got to start with the most critical areas. And of course, the big thing as it disappears behind the pine trees there is for them to protect the people in the area. And again, a live look at some of the people who are affected by this. You see some of those four-wheelers out there. These are people who live in this area and who know the area very well. They know it from a recreational standpoint of view. They probably know the best fishing spots in these woods and the best places to take their ATVs. And now they're finding out that some of those spots are being consumed by flames. They know how to get out of the way. The big question tonight for a lot of people in Collier County, how far do they need to get out of the way as these flames continue to burn and in some cases advance in ways that firefighters definitely don't want to see happen, because this is happening near fairly populated areas.
And it's amazing to see how quickly this can escalate, because, you know, not too long ago when we checked in the same area, the smoke wasn't this thick. You know, when you saw the helicopter flying by, you could see it far, far away. And that is precisely why there have been these mandatory evacuations in areas like, you know, Naples Club RV Park, Panther Walk, Forest Glen. These are very populated areas. We haven't seen a brush fire, wildfire this close to these very populated communities here in Southwest Florida, especially in Collier County, in quite a long time. I mean, typically when it's in the Picayune Strand State Forest, it's a little more east in the area that's mostly just brush and woods. So again, this is something that is dangerous for firefighters. That's why they want you to evacuate, because they don't want you and your family to be put in danger. Now, Foreign Corners Call 40A, again, is in that same area. I just went over those mandatory evacuations. I'll do it one more time with you. If you have family or friends in that area, they should be out already. Naples Club RV Park, Panther Walk, Forest Glen, and even some horse stables on Newman Road have been evacuated. Emergency shelters, are now open at the Golden Gate Community Center. If you and your family need somewhere to go, Four in Your Corners, Carl Fortier is continuing our team coverage tonight. He is in Collier County, and he's got more from that area where he's standing. Where exactly are you, Carl, so our viewers can understand where you are?
I'm on Beck Boulevard, if you're not familiar with that. It's just east of the intersection with Collier Boulevard and Davis Boulevard. And I'm going to step out of the way and let Tom zoom in down the road, because those communities you mentioned, Panthers Walk, Club Naples RV Park, and Forest Glen, are just down the road. And you can see how thick that smoke is down there. Firefighters have been concentrating a lot of their attention down here. People living in those communities near the freeway were told they needed to get out as the fire got dangerous. Close.
It looked like the fire was breaking on the back of the back of the camp.
Ray Cavalluzzi lives in Club Naples along Beck Road, one of several nearby communities that was evacuated due to the massive wildfire in Collier County. He didn't have time to take much with him.
I got my wallet, my laptop, and a change of clothes.
Just down the road in Panthers Walk RV Park, deputies weren't letting cars in, so Crystal Wise and her family had to carry their stuff out to the road to get picked up by a relative.
Basically, get your stuff and go, so we had to rush. We were able to grab maybe 2 sets of clothes and our dog.
While most people loaded what they could into vehicles, traffic poured out of Panthers Walk, Club Naples, and Forest Glen. Murray Quick had to grab what he could carry on his bike.
My wife's out shopping with the truck now, so...
Oh, so that's why you have the bike.
The trailer's going to have to stay.
As the fire got closer to their homes, it also got too close to I-75, prompting FHP to close Alligator Alley from exit 105 to State Road 29.
So we're just all hoping for the best right now.
going to let you stay on that for a minute. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, so Tom is still zoomed in down the road there. We just saw a helicopter with a water bucket drop some water in the wooded area where you can see those fire trucks. You see that fire truck backed right into the woods there. The helicopter dropped a bunch of water right there. We haven't seen any flames, but just a little bit earlier, we did see some flames right up close to the south edge of Beck Boulevard that actually jumped over and got to the north side of Beck Boulevard. And of course, that as well as the intense smoke has prompted the closure of I-75 between Golden Gate Parkway and State Route 80, which FHP has told us will be at least through the night. Reporting live in Collier County, Carl Fortier, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you for that update, Carl. And you know, he's talking about these evacuations. There are some things that you really want to consider if you and your family are getting out. Remember the 5 Ps. That's the easiest way to do it. So make sure you gather all of the people and the pets in your home. Also, don't leave behind, any papers or important prescription drugs. And you're also urged to remember pictures if you have time to, and your personal computer. But obviously, if flames are close to your house, just take the essential items and get out of there so you, yourself, and your family are safe.
Happening now on Fox 4 News at 6, another live look at a really big part of this story right now. This is 75 Alligator Alley between State Road 29 and Golden Gate Parkway. No traffic out there except for those few emergency vehicles on the left. And you see the message board there on the right telling people this is closed. The fire burning south of 75, which we showed you at the top of the newscast. And this is just one of several roads in Collier County affected by all these flames. 4 in your corners, Jillian Idle, standing by with the very latest information that's going to save you some headaches if you're on the road or you know someone who is and want to get the word to those folks. Jillian?
Well, Patrick, I want to give people a closer look right now here on our traffic monitor, and we are showing delays right now through Bonita Springs all the way down to Naples area on I-75 southbound. They say there's some stop and go traffic along there due to obviously all these fires happening in the Collier area. And you can see on the screen there's mandatory evacuations. We have those listed for you, and also a road closure on Collier Boulevard north and southbound between Rattlesnake Hammock Road and Davis Boulevard. I want to go ahead and also show you Alligator Alley. They're saying it's going to be closed through the night, and also they say it's all due to that smoke from the brush fires. I want to go ahead though and take you up to Lehigh Acres on State Road 82, both east and westbound at Sunshine Boulevard. You're going to want to prepare for some stop and go traffic there. There's crews out there trying to control some flames there. Of course, those started on Sunday, but they're saying it's pretty much controlled, but they're also monitoring hot spots there. Of course, we're going to continue to monitor all the traffic for you throughout the Naples Collier area, as well as in Lee County. We'll have all the latest for you coming up here in just a few minutes.
All right, very important information, especially as people are heading home from work tonight. Thank you, Jillian, for that. Just a reminder, this massive wildfire has burned more than 6,000 acres. That's really a large fire. It is 30% contained. There's a difference between controlled and contained. Contained means firefighters are building a line around the fire. So 30% of that fire has a line around it right now. That means 70% of it doesn't. This is brand new video. We're just getting into the Fox 4 studios. This is a helicopter. Look at that. It is circling around this fire and all of that smoke as crews are continuing to try and get things under control. That's water. You can't see it because of the words on the screen there. That's water right there. It's dipping down in, picking up the water. This is how it works. And then they go and they dump that where the flames are really intense. So it's very interesting to see it happening. You know, we keep showing you the helicopters, they're flying overhead, but that's exactly what they're doing. And then you see, we just saw, Carl showed us one of those firefighters, the truck's backed right into the brush there. And there are crews on the ground as well. They've got their hoses out. So they are fighting this from air and from the land, doing the best they can. There are agencies from across Southwest Florida, even South Florida, coming over to help fight this fire. We do want to go check in with 4 in your corners, Deborah Souverain. She is live right now. She's at the corner of Radio Road and Davis Boulevard in Collier County. She's got a closer look at the conditions there. Looks like the cars are moving. Traffic is moving, but I'm sure it's so slow going. Deborah, what can you tell us?
That's right, Amy. And there are multiple agencies working together here. We have FWC along with Collier County Sheriff's deputies working to block this road off here. They're not allowing people to go down Davis Boulevard. Now, we're right outside of one of the evacuation evacuation zone areas. Again, this is Davis Boulevard, and right behind me is Radio Road. Now, I want to give you a shot at just the traffic here. Now, you'll notice that this deputy here is talking to someone in this car. Now, they're actually only allowing people to go through on a car-by-car basis, and they're asking if they are going home or if they're going to work. Now, if you're going to work or you're associated with a business, they are allowing people to get through. Everyone else has to take a different route. They've been routing everyone to 41 to go around this area. Now, you'll see the traffic while Vaughn's panning, and you'll see again a deputy is speaking to someone in that vehicle to find out if they're heading home or if they're heading to work or some business down here. And we are again right outside of the evacuation area off of Davis Boulevard. We haven't been able to see much fire, but there was a bit of smoke behind us earlier. But it's been pretty windy out here, so the wind has blown some of that smoke through out of the area, and it's but we're seeing it in phases. So we'll see some smoke and it thickens up a bit, and then again you'll see as it is now where it appears to be clear, but we can still smell it. So it's clear that we are just near where those flames are burning. And again, just to remind you all, we are on Davis Boulevard and Radio Road, and we're going to stay out here. We're right outside of the evacuation area. For sending it back to you guys now, live in Naples, Deborah Souverain, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you, Deborah. And you could hear right behind her, right? Someone on a megaphone there trying to get that message out to drivers. This was the scene at Laley Elementary this morning, just as a safety precaution and evacuation. Again, because of the super heavy smoke. And as Deborah has been showing you in our live coverage that's been going on for a couple hours now, the smoke comes and goes crystal clear where she was at Radio in Davis. The fire itself never actually threatened Laley Elementary School, but I was in the Laley area today. It's definitely affected by all this. So students and staff were just moved to Colusa Park Elementary just as a precaution. Collier County School District says it's monitoring this really unstable situation. It's changing by the minute, and they're going to make any decisions about closing schools by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. If that happens before then, for whatever reason, we're going to keep you posted right here on Fox 4. In your corner. It goes without saying, as we've been showing you some dramatic images on Fox 4 News at 6, any agency that's available that's got those extra hands, they've got them on deck. Multiple units from across Southwest Florida, all in motion right now, battling these flames. These images from the Immokalee Fire Department. So they're a little more east, a little more inland, right? So not quite in this zone that's so dangerous. So they're available to help out on these front lines, battling the flames both by air and on the ground in Collier County tonight.
And pictures have been flooding our newsroom and our social media sites. And if you have pictures, but if you are able to get them from a safe distance, we would love for you to share them with us so we can share them with all of our viewers at home. Look at these dramatic scenes, though. Look at that. Dramatic. I mean, really a huge plume of dark, dark smoke just billowing up in the sky. It really does change. You know, it's the middle of the day. The sun's trying to shine through, but it makes it feel almost like nighttime. You can see the smoke far from Collier County. Our studios are up in Cape Coral. On my drive in this afternoon, I could see that smoke and the orange haze in the sky all the way up in northwest Cape Coral. So that's pretty far from where this fire is. Miles and miles, hundreds probably from where, or at least dozens where this fire is burning. We do want to show you some dramatic new video from I-75 in Collier County. Look at this, a hellacious scene out there. A wall of smoke. We've been showing you this on 75, but again, these new images literally taking over the sky. It looks like, look at that. Look at the sun trying to shine through. It's amazing. You really can't even see the sun at one point. We've posted all of these images, all of this video on our website. If you want to go check it out, you can look at it when you go to our website, fox4now.com. And there you won't just find pictures and video. You're going to find all kinds of important information that you and your family need, places where you can go if you need to evacuate, important phone numbers. 311 is a number that you need to know if you want to get some information as we continue to cover this massive wildfire burning in Collier County.
You've got to be asking, I know I'm asking, where's the rain? Storm Shield for Doppler radar showing you there's not a drop of rain in sight. There's something on radar, but it ain't rain. and the strong winds considered a dangerous mix for the brush fires. Our chief meteorologist, Derek Beasley, in the Weather Center with a look at the very latest conditions and how it's affecting this ongoing situation. Derek?
Well, Patrick, that's right. We continue with winds out of the east 10 to 15, so we have the breezy conditions, we have the low relative humidity, and that definitely has been creating more of a fire issue again here for this afternoon. So it's no surprise that the fire down in Collier County has ramped up again for today. And this is a time lapse from our La Playa Beach and Golf Resort cam looking towards the south and west. You can clearly see the fire, the smoke plume from it, and notice how it seems like it's hitting a ceiling. And we have what's called a temperature inversion aloft. Basically, it kind of acts like a lid. The smoke doesn't go any higher than that, and that height is about 8,500 feet. So the smoke basically lifts up, hits that inversion, and then begins to spread out. And it looks like as we go through tonight, though, the winds are going to calm down a little bit. As you can see right now, we do have that dense smoke advisory in effect here for Collier County. That goes through tomorrow morning, so we're expecting that thick fog to continue, thick smoke, I should say, to continue here through tonight, creating hazardous driving conditions across the air, and of course, certainly hazardous air conditions, if you will, for air quality. Winds are going to come down. They're still about 5 to 15. We do expect them to lighten up here for tonight and perhaps change directions for tomorrow. I'll let you know how that'll impact the fire and your forecast for the rest of the week coming up in a few minutes.
Good information. Thank you, Derek. According to the latest index map, this is from the Florida Forestry Service, both Collier and Hendry counties remain under moderate fire risk. I know you're saying moderate. This is moderate in Collier County, but moderate's enough for these brush fires to spread quickly. Charlotte, DeSoto counties are facing a high risk, and Lee County has been upgraded, if you want to call it that. This is really not good news for Lee County, but now it's very high risk. Yesterday, 24 hours, Fox 4 News at 6 yesterday, it was just high risk. Now it's very high risk. That very makes a difference. Brush fires are considered very common this time of year. This is our dry season in Florida, and it typically lasts through these winter months. So please keep it in mind no matter what area of Southwest Florida you are living in right now.
And 4 in Your Corner's breaking team coverage of this massive wildfire is just getting started tonight. We will have another live report from Collier County coming up after the breakers. We are giving you a live look right now at this massive amount of smoke just pouring through the area. You can see some flames there in the background. We are not going to stop our coverage. We will be right back after a quick break. You're watching Fox 4 News at 6.